So currently it's 10 p.m. and I cannot sleep. So I'm gonna share with you what's been going on through my mind, my thoughts. And yeah, it's not gonna be positive. So if you don't wanna hear me whimpering, a grown ass man crying about his life, then you should not be watching this video because it's depressing. Yeah, it's depressing for me because nothing has been going my way, really. Despite me trying, and I visited a dentist and like she's working on my teeth, and it feels like she's messing it up more and more for her to have a regular customer. Just it feels like everything in this society is like that. Wherever you go, they just want to make a customer out of you. And every visit, I have to pay about $100 minimum. It's more than that, and like I cannot do this, man. And yeah, they fix the cause, the after effects, but they never teach you or tell you what causes these problems, right? They work on the after effect of the problems, but nobody like tells you what causes these problems so that you can prevent them from happening. Because if you prevent them from happening, they are out of business, right? So it's our duty and responsibility to figure out and find out what is the problem so that we can avoid them, so that we don't have to be a customer of someone that won't even tell you what causes you the problems. They just, I don't know what they are doing, man. Can you hear me? And also, I feel like I cannot go anymore. I can, but not to my fullest potential. I'm worn out, and I don't know when. It's as if my life was on a tiny rope, right? Just barely holding on. And if something happens, something bad happens, it's all over. That's how it feels. Like I'm barely, being able to keep on going. And that made me think that I I might be a failure. Like the people that left me probably did the right thing because it feels like I let everybody down. Well, it's not over yet, but the future, I I don't see anything bright. Sure, it's not up to me what sends me, but still, I don't know, man. Despite me trying so hard, it's like my teeth are fucked. They are screwed. My health will probably follow. And throughout my life, I always try to fight for my honor, fight, fight for what I wanted to achieve, and I fought so hard, but never achieved anything. maybe I'm fighting my own destiny. That's what came across my mind today. That I should just let go. Maybe there's nothing wrong with just relaxing and let things happen. And let the things that are supposed to happen to you just happen. And not trying to force things with your own will. Like I think I leverage my will to the max. To the max. And I don't even know if that's the right thing to do. Right? If that's going against the nature of this world, of things. Because other people that I see, I don't know, they have things coming their way without them even trying as hard as me. I'm giving it my all. And it feels like it's harming me more than helping me, really. But in all these motivational movies and animes, hello? Yeah. You have all these, protagonists never giving up, going after their dreams, and always pulling through, right? They succeed. So I kind of got brainwashed into being like this. But the reality is not like that. The reality works on different principles, it feels like. But these principles, nobody teaches them to you. Nobody tells them, tells about them to you. So I don't know, man. I kind of think that I am where I'm supposed to be. But is that a good place to be or not? I don't know. What's my destiny? What's my fate? Right? Like, I don't want to know what's yet to come when I'm hopeful, when I have things going on in my life, when things are going good. I don't want it to be spoiled. Back then a guy offered me, I can tell you future or something about my future or my prospects. And I was like, I don't need it. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying stuff how they are right now. But things shifted quick. And now when I'm in a terrible position, I kind of want to know, will things get better? Right? Or worse, better or worse? It's all about the perspective that is from your position, where you're at right now, right? When you're looking at an object, or like in a horizon, the place where you're watching it or looking at it matters, right? That is your perception, how you see it. So a person that's down below and tries to look far doesn't see as much, and it doesn't look that good, right? Cannot enjoy the whole thing. But a person that's watching from a mountain top, he can see the whole thing, and it's a different perspective. And he says, it's beautiful. And the guy down below says, it's mysterious. It's scary. and they are both looking at the same thing, but both have a different perspective based on where they are at. The thing is, things are moving, I don't know, every time there's something happening, but it always falls short somehow. Maybe that's a sign. I'm trying to figure out what is a sign and what is not. And also, I have regrets about the past. I make a lot of mistakes, but I try to learn from them so that I don't repeat them. But I'm not in a stable state in which I can register information very well. So yeah, I remember it, but I don't utilize it. You know, the lessons from my mistakes. But I don't know, man. This world is very, very cruel to me. Somehow. Like, people in society, they don't seem to care about me, about my problems. They only care about the money in my pockets. And once I don't have that, I'm scum to them. I am scum. This is the harsh world we live in, man. And I don't think this is what life on this world is supposed to be like. It's supposed... I know that life can be wonderful, beautiful, great. But somehow I'm not experiencing it, I'm not seeing it. You know, when you are a child, you sort of, you know, you see the world differently. And I still remember how it feels to see the world through these children's eyes. And it's so much fun. It's like how I want to feel a lot. But this world is trying to kill me, man. No. I believe that children are the closest to what a lot of people call God. I don't know if God is or not. You know, if there's a source, there's some sort of source of consciousness. And children come from that, right? The moment they are born, they come down to this world. And slowly but surely, I don't know. I think we lose touch with this source. The further or the longer we are away from it. And that's what we do when we live in this world. And when we go to sleep, we return to this source, right? Our consciousness recharges. But eventually, our vessels, like our bodies, will wear out, and when we finally leave this world, we can return to this source. And I don't know what's up there, what's waiting for us. That's just some theory. And also, I started having doubts about myself, about my specialty. I always believed everyone is unique, or like if you believe in the concept of God, then he creates everybody unique, right? Everybody has their purpose, and everyone is one of one. But what if my purpose is to be a failure? Or, just helping other people finding their ways in their life, and then just dying a tragic death, just serving this purpose, never finding happiness, or some tragic story of a person with hopes and dreams and never being able to achieve them. I used to not think about these things, but when you keep on losing all the time, like hundreds of times in a row, maybe you start changing your perspective on things. I'm also getting older. That also contributes to the shift of perspective. And yeah, I might not be special. Some people might value me, but most people don't seem to really value my uniqueness. Probably because there isn't any. Yeah, people can find happiness in other people, right? I am not worthy of keeping in the life. And maybe I should just give up on my dreams and settle, become an NPC like everybody else, pretend that I'm fine, just be a part of the system and not question anything anymore. Just live out my life in lukewarm fashion. Just find a partner that I'm not even in love with. Creating a family, working a job, paying bills. Oh my goodness, man. This is so depressing just thinking about it. And maybe passionate love isn't really worth it. Maybe just being, I don't know, man. Am I even capable of love? Am I even worthy of love? That's another thing. Who will love me for who I am? Like, I think you gotta have lots of patience with me. And if you get to know me, you would hate me. But I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair because I don't treat people badly. Well, you might have a different opinion, but I know I don't. Those who don't deserve it, or those who are loyal to me. I made mistakes that hurt other people in the past, but I always came back and tried to make up for it, because I just realized, and then I don't think I repeat those mistakes. But people, I don't blame them for not giving me a second chance. It's their right, after all, and it's safer, because what if I do it again? So I might, who knows what happens? I might die any day, never ever making things right. Not being able to, not having enough time. Didn't reach that point in my life. Yeah, I'm sorry for wasting your time by just being down. I have huge challenges ahead of me, and as I said, I'm just barely holding on a rope. And if any of these challenges are, too big, then they might get me down. You will think the more challenges you go through, the stronger you become, but sure, that's true if you have time to recharge, but I'm being bombarded non-stop recently, and really being pushed to my limits. Well, some of it I'm doing it to myself, such as returning to YouTube too early, but I'm just very competitive, and there's this guy that really, like, what do you call it? He did me wrong, right? He's a bum, just because he's a bum, and he's going strong. So I don't want him to catch up to, my subscriber count, just because I'm wounded. I don't want him to surpass me. But that's an ego thing. I'm not in the state to be able to fight, but I have too much ego, and I might burn myself out again just because of this ego. And again, I also played a tournament that I barely qualified in, and I failed miserably because I wasn't practicing enough, and there are people that were practicing more, so it makes sense that they beat me. I performed so terribly, like it was criminal how badly I played. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even play the game at all. Wasn't practicing at all. You know, practiced a little bit, but that wasn't enough. That was nothing compared to the other people, and I got what I deserved. See, again, another fail. I don't even know if my influence is good for you people. Like, I may be perceived as a good person, right? But I may not be. Like, I may have a curse. Low key. Whoever associates with me, their life becomes worse, gets worse. And it's not what I want. I want my influence to be positive. But I may be cursed, guys. I am sorry if I am. Like, being, like, luring you with my niceness to make your life worse, like a trap. It's not what I want, but that's how I feel about myself. Because nothing goes right in my life, and you know, I might be a crab in a bucket, like dragging you down with me. That's not what I want, but that's just my destiny, or I don't know why. It's like it's in my life, my whole life, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Like, what? What's one supposed to do? But that's been my case. That I don't know, man. Yeah, I tried everything. Mentality shift. Um, I shifted a lot of mentalities. Nothing really worked, and now I'm like getting more and more hopeless about who I'm supposed to be. I always thought if I follow who I want to be, I'll become, or like, you know, if I just do what the person I want to be like does, then I'll become that person. Because I always believed that we are what we do. But against my will, all I do is lose. So I am a loser. Despite me not giving up, trying my hardest. Is that a trait? Not giving up when you keep on losing? And I hope it one day it cashes out, right? Like pays off somehow. The table flips. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Sure, I'm in a dark room, talking to a camera, all by myself. But it's getting tough, man. I don't know, man. You know what I'm afraid of the most? That I'll lose hope. I don't want to ever lose hope. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep it. At this point, it's sort of shaky right now, because I'm very, very close, like, to my limits. Right? Like, who would I be if I lost hope? I don't want to be that person. Yeah, so I think this video was long enough. Thanks for listening. If you made it all the way here, half an hour. Thanks for listening.